Hi everybody, it's Kevin at Bear Creek Honey, April 11th, 2019, and I woke up to this complete bullshit. We got probably over 6 inches of snow. Right now it's sleeting and raining and snowing all at the same time, and there just really isn't anything to that's actually sleet pouring off my roof. That's really funny. There's really nothing to do today, so what I'm planning to do is do something a little bit inside just to keep my mind occupied, and try to correct a mistake. Well, actually not correct a mistake, but I'm going to sort of make lemon out of lemonade. Turn something that was something else into something else. So follow along. Okay, so let's continue. If you remember earlier this winter, I built my bee funnel and my shook swarm box, and this is my prototype actually for it. But I never got around to building any more shook swarm boxes, and as I was doing some other projects here and there. But I did, whoops, what I did build was just a couple of 4 frame boxes. This is actually, let me get that out of the way. I did build a couple of boxes for my 4 frame, my double 4x4 hive boxes, and I painted them up, and then when I went to go put them on, they were wobbly. I am not the world's best carpenter. I don't have a jig for these things. I thought it was square. Me and my next door neighbor, he came out, and as I set it on top of my 10 frame box, and I noticed the 1/4 inch gap from one end to the other, and we sat and we tried to figure out why it was wobbly. You know, was it the 10 frame box, or was it these 4x4 frames? And we figured it was the 4x4 frame, but we couldn't figure out why. I still really haven't figured out why it's out of square. I put back on the table saw and I cut it all to the same dimension, and it's still out of square. I think it's trapezoidal somehow, some way. I got it off, and I don't exactly know how to correct it. And you can't have a wobbly box on top of the 10 frame. It just you'll have bees transferring from one hive to the other, and that's not how the 4x4 side-by-side 4x4 works. So rather than I was going to take a hammer to this thing because I was pretty upset. But rather than do that, I decided that I was going to turn these boxes into this right here instead. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out, instead of building a frame and installing it, I'm just going to cut out the center of this and build a frame. And a little bit different to that, I'm going to save this core, and I'm just going to have little clips to hold that board in place, and I can actually use this as a then I can dual purpose use it for a not only a shook swarm box if I take out the center core with a screen behind it, but I can put that back on, and then I can use it for a what they call a dark box when you're working your hives or whatever. So you know, it's always good to repurpose. I could also probably use it as a small swarm box if I so chose, you know, with that in place. So with that said, I'm going to get started here by measuring it out and laying it out, and then we'll do some cutting. Okay, so I didn't bore you with the cutting of the screening, but I stapled some screening on the inside a little bit there. It's not the most ideal way I wanted to get it done, but there it is nonetheless. There's the how it looks like on the outside. So there's my 4-frame Shook Swarm box. The funnel goes right on top of it, just like that. Hopefully you can see that. Bees will go on the inside, but anyways, I didn't make the top yet, but here I'll pull the top off the other one just to show you how it works. Boom, all done. So just need the clips to go here to hold this in place, and there you go. I used I had some 1/2-inch plywood laying around. That's what I used for the bottom. But again, I could not figure out for the life of me why I could not get this box level, or neither box. I got another one to do yet, but and it even rocks with this flat bottom board on it. But for a Shook Swarm box, it's a good repurpose of just a box that I botched up, so I don't have to waste the material. Just so you know. Well, let's see here. I gotta match this up, marry this a little bit. So that'll go in just like that. And in a perfect world, I can actually put clips on, and I can now, let me grab the other one if I can find it. Here's this one. So I've got that one in, that one in. You know, I can clip these in place, and now I can use this as a quiet box if I so choose. I can also use it, put a cover on it. I can actually set this up if I wanted to as a swarm box, because I'm not going to be using, you know, this box itself for anything else. I'll have to put a different lid on it, because the lid can't fit on the inside, because that's where it sits on the frame rest. So I'll have to put a migratory cover on the top, but that's not a big deal. I've got plenty of those. So there you go. Making lemonade from a lemon, literally. Until next time, thanks for watching. Happy beekeeping.